Hey guys, and welcome to the DomRecovery video tutorial. In this video I'll be going through how to set up DomRecovery and use it for recovering any website from the Wayback machine. Okay, so I'm going to start by just loading up DomRecovery, and when it loads up you'll see that there's four main buttons here. We have the recover button, which is what you use to actually recover a website, settings button, which you use to change the different settings in it, user guides. This will actually open up a web page with different video and written guides, including this one in your default web browser. And also we have the logout button, so if you want to close the software and load it up on another machine, then you can do so by clicking on the logout button. So to start off with, we're going to go to the settings tab, and we'll see here we have three main controls. You've got the threads, proxies and the save folder. Now you can increase or decrease the number of threads using the arrows here. The number of threads is how many pages or images and different pieces of code like that for each website can be downloaded at any one time. So if you have it set at 1, then each page and image will be downloaded and recovered one by one. If you have it set at 20, as it is in this example here, then DomRecovery will be able to download up to 20 pages, images, JavaScript, style sheets and things like that at any one time. So it would be 20 times faster than a tool that doesn't support threading. Okay, so it's set at 20 because most internet connections can handle 20 threads just fine without, adversely affecting other software on the machine or other users that may be sharing your internet connection. If you've got a private server, you may want to bump that up to maybe 50 or so, but we don't really want to hammer the Wayback machine too hard. So I find 20 threads should be adequate for most uses to get a scrape of a website in a decent fast fashion. So we also have the Proxies controls here. If you've ever used an SEO or internet marketing tool before that uses proxies, you should be quite familiar with this. It accepts proxies in the usual format of the IP address followed by a colon and then the port number. Okay, so that's fine for public proxies, which I don't really advise using, but if you've got public proxies or proxies that are authenticated by IP address, or proxies that just don't need authenticating at all, then that's the format that you'd use. You'd put the IP address in, and then a colon, and then follow it with the port number. If you have proxies that do have passwords, then you can do IP address followed by colon, followed by port, as you have in the first example here, and then follow it with colon, then your username, then colon, then password. Okay, if you get in private proxies that are authenticated in this way, this is generally the format that they will be given to you anyway, so you should be able to just copy and paste them into the proxies box here. Okay, if you have a mix of authenticated and non-authenticated proxies, then you can mix and match as you want. Just make sure that each proxy is on its own line with no extra information. Okay, so for this example I'm not going to use proxies because I'm just going to do a quick short scrape just to show you how it works. The save folder, this is the default folder that will be used for storing your recovered websites. Now it will automatically be set as your My Documents folder, and within that My Documents folder you'll have the DomRecovery websites folder, and all of the different recovered websites will be stored in there. And you'll see as we go through the scraping or the recovery wizard that you can actually specify a specific folder for every website you want, but this is just the default folder. Okay, so when you're done, if you do choose, if you decide to change any of these settings, and just click the Save Settings button, and then that's it, you're all set up, ready to go. You don't ever have to do that again. Okay, so to recover a website, what we're going to do is click on the Recover button. And now here we see that we've got two options. You can either enter in the specific snapshot of the website that you want to recover, as seen in the Wayback machine, or you can enter in a website, and DomRecovery will actually take the latest snapshot of that website and recover from that. So if you wanted to recover a website, say you found an expired domain, here's one that I found previously, cheekychimps.org. It's an aged account that's, I think it's 5 years old now. It's got a clean record and everything. I found it using Domain Hunter Gatherer Pro, and it's got great stats, it's totally clean, and things like that. So you could actually just from there click next and you wouldn't have to do anything. But if you wanted to pick a specific snapshot to use, you could load up the Wayback machine. I'm going to show you here. Here's the Wayback machine. Now all you need to do to get the specific snapshot is to go to archive.org and you'll be taken to this website here, and you'd put in the address of the website that you want to recover into this box here, and you'd press enter. Now before I go on, I'd just like to say, if anybody is using this service or using the Wayback machine for any purpose whatsoever, do consider making a donation, because it is a great website. It's really useful for anybody who works online and wants to see the history of a website, so it'd be a shame to see it go under. So if you do have a few pennies that you want to chuck their way, then I'm sure they'd appreciate that very much. Okay, so I'm going to carry on now. So we're going to press the enter key, and we'll see here that there's been 6 snapshots, 5 from 2011 and 1 from 2012. So I'm going to go to 2011 and just pick a random snapshot here. Yep. So here's the website how it originally was, as stored by the Wayback machine. You see there's different images on every different page. There's styles, different colors, different fonts and things like that. So what I'm going to do, go back to the home page. Now this is the address that you want. This is the full snapshot link. So we're going to highlight it and choose copy. Okay, and then we're going to go back to DomRecovery. I'm going to put the snapshot into here. I'm going to click next. Okay, and you'll see straight away that within the My Documents DomRecovery websites folder, it's going to create a folder called cheekychimps.org, so you know exactly what website is stored where by the domain that's in it. Okay, so you'll also see, let me get the browser back up again. You'll see that I have a web server set up here with this is just running from my DomRecovery websites folder within the My Documents folder. And at the minute you can see there's no website or no files, no folders or anything included in there. So when the website's created, it will be placed into there and we can see the result straight away. So if you wanted to save it to a completely different directory, you could do it there, or you can just leave it as default and click next. Now here we have the link prefix. This is completely optional. You do not need to touch any of this unless you want to maybe host the content on a completely different website. Then you'd want to put in the website there, for example another website.com / and then at the beginning of every link this would be placed, so all links on the website that you're recovering will resolve to that address. However, if all you're going to do is recover an old version of a website and then re-upload it to that same domain, you don't need to touch any of this. You will not need to do a single thing. So if you are at all unsure about what this is, how to use it, or even why you'd want to use it, don't touch it. It's that simple. If you are in any way whatsoever unsure about any part of this, just leave it as is and just click finish. Okay, this is completely optional. You don't need to concern yourself with it if you're not sure what it is. Okay, so from here we're going to click finish and you'll see straight away it's going to start downloading all the different pages and the content and the images and the style sheets and things like that. So you see within a few seconds it's downloaded all 23 pages, and we're going to go back to the browser. So here we can see before there was no no folders, no web pages or anything like that. And here we see there is now cheekychimps.org folder. I'm going to click on that, and this is now running on our local server that I have set up, and you'll see everything is in place as it should be, no problems whatsoever, exactly as it was at the Wayback machine. The only difference being that now there is no Wayback machine toolbar up here, nothing getting in the way saying that the website is from the Wayback machine. There's no footprint, no nothing. You literally just have the website as it appears on the Wayback machine without any links back to the Wayback machine. Okay, so that's it. That's all you need to do. So once you have the tool set up, all you need to do is grab your snapshot link, put it into the tool and click next a couple of times, and within no time at all you'll have a website exactly how it is on the Wayback machine. Okay, so I hope that's covered exactly what the tool can be used for and what it does. You know, it really couldn't be much simpler, but if you do have any questions, feel free to post a comment in the comment section below, or you can always get in touch with us via the members area support system. There's a link to that on the DomRecovery.com website. You can purchase DomRecovery from DomRecovery.com, but it also comes as part of your Domain Hunter Gatherer Pro subscription. So if you're already using Domain Hunter Gatherer Pro to find your expired domains, then you already have access to this tool for completely free. So I hope that's been useful. I hope to hear from you all soon, and have a great day.